we're doing an interview with Eric Torres. I just saw a bird fly behind you in the background there. That's not CGI. That's a real bird. Tell us, so you've been in the industry 16 years. Maybe tell us where you are, because it looks beautiful, and then give us kind of a rundown of your history until now.
Guys, I am in Cabos at the top of Pedregal Mountain today.
Wow.
So as you can kind of see my view, that is my view today.
Yes.
We
incredible.
are here for a 50th birthday party. I always come out with the same group. It's a bunch of couples. It's a $21 million villa that we all rent together. We have chefs, we have maids, we have the full shebang, the bars here, everything's here. We never go in downtown Cabo. We just all stay here. It's 5-star meals, but if I was still a teacher and coach and you were asking what I did prior to this, I was a teacher and coach making $2,900 a month. I could never, ever afforded this. And what the real estate industry has done for not only me, but for my family. All I ever wanted to be was a teacher and coach when I was growing up. And then when I sold my first house, everything changed. I mean, everything changed for me, because I grew up as the poor kid. I grew up as the kid on government cheese. If there is the cereal box story, that was me, what me and my mom, kind of went through. But this life, this real estate life has given me something that I never thought I would be able to obtain. Now, is money everything? Absolutely not. But dadgummit, money helps in a lot of different ways that, you're not used to, and especially real estate, and especially my brand, and especially what I'm trying to accomplish in the Arlington real estate market, being in there 16 years. I just don't want to be a guy. I want to be the guy. And that's why I have partnered with BulletProof Realtor to be the guy in Arlington.
Well, that's awesome. And we'll get into the bulletproof stuff here in a minute, but you mentioned something that just made me want to ask a question that I'm generally interested in, is how did you personally get over that hurdle of, hey, I'm a coach, I'm a teacher, I'm worth this much every month, and my worth is $2,900 a month. How did you mentally get past that? And was it tough? Like, what did you use to get through that?
Oh, I was scared. I was scared because, when you're a teacher and coach, it doesn't matter. You work 80, 90 hours a week. Look, you don't get into teaching and coaching to make money. You're there to help kids. And I was doing real estate part-time, and then I got my first closing, and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? And then I got a closing 2 weeks later, and I was like, oh my God, what have I done with my first 10 years of life?
Wow.
And it hit me that way, because the lady that I was under, it was one of my best friend's mom. She was the person, the biggest queen in Arlington of real estate. She was the foreclosure queen, and that's how I broke myself in underneath her. She at one time had like 500 foreclosing listings in 2007. So that's how I came into the industry when the market just completely crapped the bed and we had that foreclosure crisis, and she got everything. And I was, hey, go to this house, go to this house, go to this house. This guy's waiting, this guy's waiting, this guy's waiting. And, my dream was to be a head football coach. And then my dream quickly changed after that. I mean, completely after that. But, looking back 16, 17 years later, it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because, I just had one daughter graduate college. She didn't come out in debt. I've got another cool girl in college right now. She's not going to come out in debt. I came out in debt. I came out $30,000 behind, and that's not the way you want to start off in life. And, if anything I can do for my girls and my family, and I still got 2 in the pipe too, is to provide a better life. And, that is my kind of goal right now, and to live a better life, live a better life. And you think about it, on that $2,900, my mortgage payment was $1,300. My truck payment was $1,700. Start doing the math quick. And I'm a divorced single dad.
Yeah, that doesn't quite equate out. Well, for everybody that's watching, being a seasoned, real estate agent over 16 years, what issues or what hurdles were you going through when you decided to partner with us?
There are a million gimmicks out there. There's a million people trying to sell you a million things. I guarantee you, whoever's watching this, your phone goes off every single day. What are you trying to be sold? Oh, we can guarantee you 10 listings. We can guarantee you this. We can guarantee you that. We all know Google runs the world, plain and simple. And when I first interviewed about this, Google was the first thing that came out of Nathan's mouth, and that's all I wanted to hear. And he goes, Eric, we want to place you. And when people look at Arlington, Texas real estate agent, we want to place you right there in the beginning with everybody. I go, that is all I want. I want a chance to be able to go into that room and compete against other agents with my brand and with my team. Just get me in the door. That's all I want. But I want it to be real. You know what I'm saying? And then throughout the process and things like that, I think I'm number 8 on my way to number 1 in Arlington. And I was with a company prior to Nathan, and I was like, Nathan, I'm already all doing this. He goes, yeah, but you're still not ranked. And that's what, I was using a PR business out of Florida. And I was just like, Nathan, something's not right. He goes, I know they're not doing it right. And he kind of showed me the steps. He kind of showed me the progress and showed me the things that I wasn't doing right that weren't right. And I was nowhere to be found. And here I just paid them a crap load of money for them to do their job, and they weren't doing their job.
Well, and that actually leads me right into the next question, which was, can you tell everybody how your online presence has actually changed since you started partnering with BulletProof?
My biggest thing is I brand myself Eric Sells DFW. And I went round and round with Nathan. It's like, guys, everything is branded this, my email, my website, my Instagram, my Facebook page, everything. And Nathan's like, Eric, it ain't doing it. It ain't doing it. You've got to change it to Eric Torres, Realtor, Arlington, Texas. And the second we did that, it all changed with my Google and my analytics within Arlington and things like that. Then my phone started going off the hook. And as you can see in the beginning, when I was so adamant of leaving it Eric Sells DFW to now, it is 100% different. 100% different. I'm getting the calls, I'm getting the rings, I'm getting the listing things. I just went to one Saturday before I left town. She goes, Eric, we found you. We read your 50 Google reviews within the last 3 months. We want to hire you. We're never coming back to Arlington. We're mailing you the key. My husband just passed away. You figure it out.
Awesome.
And she found me on Google, wow. and now it's like, oh my God, I've got to hire an estate person. I got to hire a trash person. I've got to hire all these people to help this woman out, this grieving widow out. She doesn't want to come out. That's just not just a success story. That is someone's putting their life in my hands, and me and my team got to deliver. So, but again, awesome. If I wasn't on Google and where I was at on Google, I wouldn't have had that opportunity.
To pile on that story, I remember the first time I ever spoke to you over the phone, and it was, you had talked to Nathan about some of the things you just shared. And I remember saying, would you mind letting us change these things that'll benefit you? And you were so kind. You actually said, Chad, I don't care what you have to do. I want to rank. I want all this to change. So, for some real estate agents that are so hung up on their name or hung up on what they've already created, the message really here is, if you're going to hire somebody to help you, then you have to be willing to accept the help that they're going to recommend.
Yes. And in the beginning, I was hard-headed about it. I was just like, no, I've got so much branding out there. And I just said, you know what, do it, change it, get it all done. And not only that piece that I've, changed, now we're starting to grow onto other pieces. My second piece, change the website, get it done right, get it done correctly, I don't care how you guys do it, go do it. What I mean? Make it hyper local sensitive to me and my markets and my surrounding markets. That's all I care. I trust you. I will not question you. You've already got me number 8 on the way to number 1. Now go fix part number 2, which is going to help all my Google leads in the Google sensorization, in my Bing situation, in my Yahoo situation, with a more powerful local dynamic website that people will go to and look. No, I'm not going to beat Realtor.com. I'm not going to beat, the big boys, Redfin and things like that. But when they do come to my website and kind of see that now I have a website that is designed and created to be specific local performance, now they're going, oh my God, this guy's a little bit different. And I put my faith in y'all to go out there and build it, and y'all built it out for me too.
Awesome.
Yeah. So other than Bulletproof, basically keep taking you from being a total loser, right?
Yep.
To what?
Total-
what specific?
Total loser. I mean, guys, total is bad. I'll take that total loser and we'll go from there.
I'd like to be a
everybody,
total loser. Yeah.
Everybody watching feels bad.
Guys,
for you.
look, there's Jason Giambi's house. I'm a total loser.
And he was the better brother of the
Yeah.
players. So that's good. So you're lucky you're not in Jeremy Giambi's neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd be
that'd
down there
terrible.
with the help staff.
So what specifically about Bulletproof? Was it the interaction with real people? Was it the fact that we did most of the work for you? What was it specific about Bulletproof that at least made you try it in the beginning?
Nathan being able to sell the vision was good for me over the phone because it's exactly what I wanted to do. I want to establish local dominance of the Arlington market and then spread it from there. But I tell you, the second thing is when the owner called me after I signed up, how many owners call you when you sign up with a company and say thank you? You know, that doesn't happen. You know, you can either you're all in this together as a team or you're a bunch of individuals running a different way. You know, I get it. We're all numbers and we're all working. We're all busy. But it kind of resonates. My business model is you take care of people first. And if it's a simple wishing a former client happy birthday on their birthday or a new client, hey, what can I do? My phone's always open. Here it is. You've got my cell phone number. You've got my work number. Call me if you have any problems. To me, it goes back to my core values when I was a teacher and coach. You help everybody, no matter how small it is, how big it is, or even if it's saying a thank you. That's my core values on everything.
Yeah, awesome. Well, speaking about helping, what do you think Bulletproof has done for you on a GCI or just a straight up return basis so far?
Oh, I'm winning, guys. I'm winning. I've already paid for the. I had a realtor call me this morning that is interested in your program, and they're in Rhode Island. And I go, guys, I'm already winning a credit to the curb. The $2,400. I do that in a one night of drinking. This is a easy investment return. If you're thinking about the $2,400 you're worried about, if you're just going to do one thing only, then do this and get you ranked in Google where you have a chance. If you're not going to be ranked anywhere, I can only spend $200 a month, then spend $200 a month, spend the $250 on this. At least it's trying to help you. It's got your Google business page, which everybody goes, if they're going to get on a search engine, they're going to get on Google. The statistics show 81% of people get on Google, and they're going to read. People are going to read your reviews. So you got to have good reviews. You can't be a bad realtor. You have to have good reviews. Guys, I got 50 reviews. I'm going to have 100 reviews before the end of the year. I have 16 years of reviews out there, and I work on it every day. And I go back and talk to people that I've sold that haven't heard from me in 10 years, and they're like, "Oh my God, Eric, blah blah blah." But like I said, being a people person. If you're not a people person, this isn't for you then. But you have to they can't just sell you something and you do nothing. You have to do at least 10 minutes of work on this every morning. You have to be dedicated to this. You got to call your old clients. Hey, do you mind giving me a review? Do you mind helping me establish my social presence online? Because this is the way the world is right now. Look, we found this place, this $1 million villa, because of its reviews that it had and its staff and its everything. It's all the amenities that we wanted. Let's spend the money and do it. Same thing here. Spending $200 a month on this because it's exactly what I wanted.
Awesome. And I'm going to need the link to that villa place. So one day,
I got it.
I'd like to go there.
Yeah.
So what do you think is, the best process about working together with Bulletproof? What do you think it's the most effective means here?
If you have a question, you can call or text the office and they're going to answer for you real quick. And I'm always about staying ahead of the curve. And I'm always, all these other companies will text me, hey, we'll give you a free Google Analytics of your site. Okay, send it, send it, send my ranking, send this and send that. And it shows me. And I sent it back to the office the other day, Arlington, Texas Real Estate Agent. I wish I could pull it up and send it to you, but I was number 3 in a specific search. And it showed all my search and all my keywords and things like that. I go, okay, and then I sent it back to the group and I was like, okay, guys, this is what we got to do next. how do we get these other keywords and these other things? And he goes, Eric, let's get with the engineers and we'll figure it out. And that's all I need to do and say. And it just makes it easier for me is, I call back, hey guys, I'm looking at this. We'll figure it out with our engineers and we'll get back to you. That's what exactly I want. We did it with piece 1 about getting inside the Google rankings. Now we've done it with piece 2 about the website. Now here's some more data that's coming back to us. And you put the data online before too. If you're on board, if you're looking at this, if I can give you one piece of advice, you spend more than $200 a night at a bar drinking or eating. If you can't do this, then you don't want to be a real-time agent. Simple. This can take you from that $5 million agent to a $10 million agent.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that goes back to our GCI question. You actually had a little bit of frustration with us in the first 3 months.
I did.
You want to
that was
talk
on me though.
about that?
That was on me though, because I did not want to change my name.
So not wanting to change your name. Also, man, we just showed the graph of your reviews of how at the beginning, I think we did the math, like you were averaging 1 review a year until you got here. And now it's like 7 a month.
7 a month. We actually looked at this before he called you and said, how many reviews did he have? We did the quick math and really you've jumped up all the way.
My biggest thing is like I've told you, he's like, yeah, we can email them. But even when I've called y'all back and say, okay, let's get an app, let's get a button so we can send out a text, because everybody's on this thing 24/7. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I send out my reviews. I send it straight from my Google My Business page straight to them, and they have no excuse not to do it right then and right there. You know what I'm saying? Where they got to get on an email and they got to do things like that. I'm finding it quicker to get that main Google. That main Google one's most important to me. And, just like my website, when I said, hey, guys, I want my Google reviews down there. Y'all changed it. Y'all moved my website, all my Google reviews down there. And to me, that's instant street cred right there. I mean, you can't lie on Google reviews, especially when they have their names and they have their pictures and their faces down there. I mean, it's exactly what I want from people. Yeah. And you look at that, guys. I mean, you cannot, what my clients are saying from everything, I've got an answer that just did one last Friday. He was a veteran. I paid $4,000 in his closing costs because you know what? He served our country. He was a new construction in Denison, Texas, and his rate lock expired. I go, I got you. For what you did for our country, I got you. $4,000 is nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I do. Again, my plan, my formula, my business, I always give home buyers a home buyer's rebate. So I'm a little bit different than the other realtor as well.
So I would like to say thank you for trusting us with your website, because as we've been building our bulletproof software all the way through, that's all we've been designed on, is just helping everybody rank on all these different platforms, right? And when you said, hey, why don't y'all build my website?
Yep.
We actually took that on. So your website is actually the first website that we've been tasked to actually build. And now we're actually going to start offering that. We're actually going to start offering that inside of a package in-house, thanks to you for trusting us. So if we can pull up your website, love to get your excuse me, your feedback on what you think of it compared now to what you had before. I mean, how do you think we did?
Oh, I think you did great. It was everything. So y'all recommended me Agent Fire, and I was like, man, I went to it and it was going to be like $1,800 a month. And I was like, oh my God. But it had everything I wanted. I go, guys, I love this, but I'm not paying $1,800. That's more than a mortgage payment for a house. I go, y'all got any suggestions? And that's when y'all came back, Eric, we'll build it out for you. I said, done. I didn't ask. I didn't question the price. I said, go do it. And y'all remember, and we tore down that one single page website that I had, and y'all turned it into this. And this is exactly what I wanted. It's all, as you can see, this, in my opinion, is better than Redfin. It is better than Realtor.com. I mean, it kind of gives you a real life example of me. You know what I'm saying? It's not that agent that's going to have their glamour photo. I don't want that. I want them to come to me and it's like, hey, that's the guy I want to work with. That's the guy I want to trust my family with. That's the guy I want to, be in the local areas with the, like there's my areas. And then, I want them to be able to review what my clients are saying with me. And those are real honest reviews within the last month.
Well, and we appreciate it again that we were able to do that. This is actually, nobody has a clue up to this point, up to this interview, that we even do websites. So kind of your website is the unveiling of, our new program. So
here at Bulletproof, we are young, and working with young, talented guys like Eric we're not only making you better, but you're making us better by offering us that feedback. And we appreciate it. And it really does make sense for us to be doing websites, because we're embedding so much metadata into all the stuff that we're doing anyways. It really does go hand in hand with what we're already doing. And we're going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up here pretty quick. Eric, do you have any more thoughts you want to share with anyone?
Come to Bulletproof. This is what helps you out, baby. This is what you want in life. This is one sale on Bulletproof. It was a big sale, but it is one big sale. And this is what you want.
Well, that's fantastic, man. We appreciate it. Once again, we help real estate agents get found and chosen on Google, Siri, Bing, Yahoo, etc. And we help you guys do this without running ads by making your online presence bulletproof. That's what we do here at Bulletproof Real Estate Agent. So thank you for joining us, Eric, man. Really appreciate it. So much fun.
Enjoy your vacation. We really appreciate it.
I'll be back at it in the real world on Wednesday. The dream ends on Wednesday.
All right. Good luck. Thank you, sir.